Hey guys, what's going on? So today's comic is going to be a cool one, but before I get to that, um, maybe I'll just do a little quick intro with something my favorite movies or games or music or whatnot before I get into the comics. So today, suggestion is Outlander. If you have not seen this one, it is a great Jim Caviezel movie, sci-fi. I want to say like a Viking movie. He plays an alien. He crash lands on Earth, and what he was carrying, part of what he was carrying, was an alien, another alien, and basically the Vikings think it's a dragon. So, with Jim Caviezel's help, they set traps and whatnot, and it's really cool. And I suggest you guys watch it. Again, it is Outlander. When did this come out? Takes away from the video, but 2009, so you can probably pick it up really cheap. But beyond that, let's get into the book. And today's book is going to be The Amazing Spider-Man. I know I've done 4 videos on Amazing Spider-Man already, but this one is probably my favorite. It is The Amazing Spider-Man, the Ultimate Collection. This is volume 5, and I'll get into the other stuff when I actually show you the comic, but I just wanted to do a little FaceTime to get. This collects issues 529 through 545. There's a mouthful. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man 24 and Sensational Spider-Man number 41. Written by, Starnaminsky and Quesada, and illustrated by Ron Garney, Quesada, and Tyler Kirkham. And it has a really cool sketchbook and whatnot. So I bought this for $40 Canadian, so it was about 35 US. And yeah, so let's get into it. I'll show you everything, show you the little sketchbook, and it's a really great book for its value. Alright guys, just give me a minute and let me set up. Alright, so here we are. So let's crack this book open, and it's really thick too. Has two of the best collections out there. The Back in Black. Let me finish this. The Back in Black and the Civil War tie-in. It's just really awesome. I love it. I dig it. And the Prelude to Brand New Day, which not a lot of people dug, but whatever. Gotta fix this again. There we go. So basically, this is where Peter's living in the Avengers Tower, working alongside Tony Stark, and this is where Tony Stark starts building his Iron Spider-Man suit. They get it all together, and Peter takes it out for a test run, and he looks just badass. I like this suit. I don't mind it. You can tell Tony Stark made it because it's red and gold. It should have been red and blue, but yeah. So Spider-Man is figuring out all his new powers, or not his powers, the suit, and figuring out what it can do, what it can't do. He stops the gang or whatever, the criminals. And when he's trying to protect somebody, he gets shot. The criminal thinks that he got him, he killed him, but the suit protected him. And back here, they're celebrating. Tony and Mary Jane and Peter are celebrating their new venture. And then they get sent to Washington. Now, this is the prelude to Civil War. So everyone's kind of on edge right now with the superhuman community and everything else is going on. And basically Peter's trying to protect him because Peter is not outed yet as Spider-Man. So he gets a quick costume change. And I think this is the Guardian he's fighting. Or Titanium Man. I think it's Titanium Man, one of Iron Man's villains. This is kind of like a throwaway issue. It wasn't all that all that great, but it was decent enough. But this is at the end of that story. This is where the new Warriors kind of botch everything, and Speedball gets blamed for the disaster in Stanford. This is where the Amazing Spider-Man Civil War story kicks off, and I dig the art. The artwork's pretty good. And then Tony's trying to convince Peter that he should go with the Human Registration Act and out himself as Spider-Man. And he's kind of dealing with that struggle. And he's going to his Aunt May. He's like, should I do this? You know, it's going to put everyone in danger. And they're all supportive and they all back him. So this is where he gets outed. J. Jonah Jameson's having a field day. Again, the art's pretty good. So this is where, oh, my hand slipped. So this is where everything slips. This is where Peter has to decide what's going on. So when he outs himself, and then you get the reactions of all the people here. And then when shit really hits the fan, he has to decide, you know, what side he's going to be on. And we all know truly what side he's going to be on. He's going to be on Captain America's side. But there's this nice fight after, I think, Giant Man dies. And Peter's kind of having doubts about, you know, who he is and what he's standing against. He goes and fights Captain America here. Yeah, him and Captain America have like a little scuffle. And basically Spider-Man kicks his ass because of his new armor. And Captain America is just basically taunting him, like, you got all these fancy gadgets now, and who you really are. You're not the Spider-Man you used to be. And they kind of go to a standstill, and Captain America runs off and leaves his shield behind. And Spider-Man kind of stays around, make sure nothing happens to it. And later on, Captain America comes by, grabs his shield, but Spider-Man was there the whole time. So once everything basically turns to shit, Peter's starting to question Tony, and Tony takes him to the Negative Zone prison and shows him around and like that. Then Peter's really having questions about whose side he's really on. So after, oh, did I skip that part? Sorry, my hands are getting through stuff. So he's kind of deciding what he really wants to do, and he basically busts out of Avengers headquarters, goes to this news station, proclaims that he's against the Registration Act, and Tony's like pissed. He's like, all right, bring him in. So him, Mary Jane, and Aunt May are on the run, and for some reason, Wilson Fisk puts a hit out on Spider-Man, and puts a hefty amount. And you think they would bring in a really top villain to do this job, but I've never heard of this guy. It's just like a one-off thing, it's a one-off assassin, and he basically tracks down Peter and everyone, and just waiting for Peter to come back. And there's that big fight between Iron Man and Captain America. Then everyone's realizing that shit's just hitting the fan with the superheroes. Like, you guys are, you know, making a lot of damage when it's not even a supervillain, and you see the aftermath of some of the stuff here. Everyone gets beat up. It's like, what the hell are you guys doing? So once Peter comes back, yeah. So this guy's put a sensor on the door. So when the door opens, it'll alert him to when Peter comes in. So he starts firing away, and all of a sudden, you know, Peter gets Mary Jane down, but all of a sudden you see that May's hit. And that's how that section ends. And then you go into the Back in Black storyline, which is really, really good. And if you can find just a trade paperback for Back in Black, I suggest I highly recommend you guys read that one. So Peter's losing his mind because his Aunt May's gonna die, and he's just tracking down who killed him, who shot at him, why, and then he goes through all these circumstances because everyone knows he's Spider-Man, so he doesn't have to get in his costume. He just goes ape shit after because his Aunt May's gonna die, and he just wants to find out who did it. So he finds out that Wilson Fisk is responsible for the assassination attempt, and he goes and finds his black suit. Now I don't know when he hid this thing, but he just puts it on and it's just badass. I just love that scene. So after he finds Fisk, or he knows it's Fisk, after he beats up this loser assassin, he goes and basically confronts him. Now Fisk has this plan that he's going to bribe the guards. It's like, okay, you guys need to go away. I'm going to sell this thing once and for all because I know he's coming for me. I know that I'm going to have it out with Spider-Man, and I do not want you guys interfering. I don't want you guys in the way. Just do what you got to do and go away. So after a while, Peter's beating on Fisk's guys, and it's like, all right, here we go. This is what we're going to do. And Kingpin's got his uniform here, his little suit. And Peter basically busts in. And it's like, all right, you and me, right now, we are going to do this shit. And Fisk is like, for some reason, in his glory. Like, I don't know why he would even consider fighting Spider-Man. He's not like the superhuman strength and shit like that. He's a big guy, but he's not like Spider-Man like strength. So I don't know what Fisk is thinking. But he basically wants to show the criminals in this prison that he is not to be messed with, and he's going to use Spider-Man as that example. And Spider-Man just kicks the shit out of him. And Peter takes off his stuff. He goes, I'm not here to kill you. Spider-Man's not here to beat you up. Peter Parker is, I am. And he just rushes at Wilson here. He just beats the living shit out of him. Like, I don't even think Wilson even gets a shot off on him. Tries to jump him there. Peter went, nuh-uh. And once he's down there, he's trying to get up. Peter picks him up by the skin, like grabs him by the chest, and just bitch slaps him all over the place. And it's like, all right, here's the deal. You come at me again, and I'm going to shoot like white fluid right down your throat, and it's going to hard like cement, and you're going to die painfully. And, at this point, Peter is not fucking around. And all the criminals are like, holy shit. He's going, I give you a count of 3, and you tell me what's going on. And he goes, okay. It's over. We're done. And Peter kind of goes, look around. I beat you up. I humiliated you. Good fucking luck in here. And he tells everybody, he goes, tell everyone here, everyone outside, anybody touches me or my family again, and I'm going to beat the shit out of you like I did him. And he basically takes off, and he goes like, fuck you, Fisk, and he's out. And Fisk's like, what are you guys looking at? And everyone's like going, you're such a joke, and basically leaves him. So now we're going back to May. She's fighting for her life, and I do believe that she dies. Where is it? Does she die in this? Or she's going to. I think it's she's going to. And Peter's having struggles. And this is where he bumps into Iron Man again. This is another awesome fight. I love this part. Basically, Peter and Iron Man tussle. And for some reason, Peter just unloads his organic webs on Iron Man here and just like ties him the fuck up. It is awesome. I love this scene. And Tony's going, this is never going to work, Peter. And Peter just says, shut up, and punches him in. He keeps punching him and rips his helmet off. And they have a little bit of dialogue here. And he basically tells him that Aunt May's dying. It's his fault. You made me unmask. You made me do all this stuff, and people come from. You told me that they would be safe, and they weren't. And you know what? I'm done. So, yeah. And then Jarvis comes by with a check to the doctors, and basically it's Tony's guilt money to help Aunt May. And then it just goes on from there. Now this is right where it's going to be kind of hectic into the Brand New Day stuff. So Spider-Man goes to see Doctor Strange, see if he can help him reverse time, or at least go back and have erase everyone's memory of who he was, not remember that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And Doctor Strange kind of goes, I can't do that. It would just be too much. It's too much consequences for doing something like this. So Peter kind of gets sucked into doing something else. And basically, I'll just skip through. This is just blah, blah, blah. Manifesto. Melastophides. I can never... They're basically the devil of the MCU. And for no apparent reason, it's just... He goes, alright, I'll go back in time, I'll erase everything. But the deal is, you and Mary Jane can never be married. You can never be together. Which is odd. I've never understood why he did this. I don't understand the purpose for this. I don't even remember why he did that. But, Mary Jane goes, all right, I'm tired. Let's do this. And they have one more day together. And poof. All their happiness, all their memories is just basically taken away from them. And then, you just get this little prelude of the Brand New Day. Mary Jane's there, but they're not together. And just, everyone's there, everyone's happy. And, that was it for the book. Really good book. I love it. Great collection of stories. Then you got the variant covers, different stuff. For extras, they really went all out for extra stuff in there. So variant covers. They got sketchbooks by Joe Quesada. The inks, the sketch pads, and they do. They have a little interview in the back here with Joe Quesada about why they did that. So yeah, I really highly recommend this one. It's a great read for any Spider-Man fan. But I think this video's gone long enough. So leave me a comment down below. Throw me a subscribe, and if you like, throw me a throw me a like. And I guess that's it for today's video, guys. So remember, I love you, and I will talk to you later. Bye.